Hey there, gang. Welcome back to Papa's Model Workshop. I'm Papa, and this is my workshop. You know, this camera came on again by itself. How many times has this happened? It's like 3 or 4 times now. This stuff, it just kind of does what it wants to do. Anyway, so let me start off by telling you, normally I try to get out 2 videos a week. That's what I've been doing. And this week I only got out just this one. And there's a reason for that. I've been mentioning in some of my other videos that I want to reorganize the paint bench inside and try to, clean up some of the mess and clutter, but also to add some shelving to that workbench. And so anyway, that's what I did. And it came out pretty good, I think. It took me about, about 3 or 4 days, I guess, to do that whole thing. And I wound up having to go to Home Depot, which I call Normland, if you haven't heard that story. I used to watch New Yankee Workshop and This Old House way back in the beginning. Remember when, I can't remember his name now, the original guy on This Old House. But anyway, the master carpenter is Norm Abram. And Norm had all of these, great tools and so forth. So that's why I call Home Depot Normland. So anyway, I looked everywhere for the shelves that I wanted for that paint workbench. And I had a very specific idea in mind. I needed specific dimensions because I wanted the shelves to sit up high enough where I could fit certain things underneath and define the exact dimensions that I wanted, and particularly having them at the height that I wanted them to be at was really very, well, it wasn't just difficult, it was impossible. I couldn't find them. So I finally went over to Normland and I just purchased material and I built the damn things myself. So that's what has taken up a lot of my time and why I wasn't able to get a video out earlier this week. And building the shelves was actually kind of the easiest part. You know what was difficult? Cleaning up all the clutter, getting all that stuff out of there. And then after the shelves were all built, then reorganizing everything and then just trying to disperse the junk. That's what really took up all the time. But, I have the shelves so that they are, well, I'll tell you what, instead of me sitting here and describing it, why don't we go over to the workshop and I'll show you, right? That would make sense, right? Before we get there, let me show you. I have a Porsche that I got. Okay, this is a Revel Porsche 1/25th scale. Just got that at Hobby Lobby last weekend. Okay, this is John Pilger's fault. My friend John, this is his fault because he keeps talking to me about his Porsche. So then I got the Porsche bug in my head. So I had to go out and get this Porsche. John, this is your fault. And then while I was there, this just jumped into my cart somehow or another, and I just wound up with it at the checkout counter in the front. I don't know how it got there, just jumped in my cart, right? We've all had that. And also, I have another kit that I wanted to show you. I guess I forgot to bring it out here. So I think it's back in the workshop. I'll show it to you when we get there. So hang on, gang. Okay, so we're in here at the workshop. I am not putting the camera on the mount because I'm going to kind of walk around a little bit and show you around and show you what I've done. But if you'll remember, all of these paint racks were down here. Okay, now I've got one left over here, and I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to leave that there. I may put that up here. I think I've got, I don't know, I haven't made up my mind on that yet. But for right now, that's where it is. And over in here, okay, and this is the thing I really wanted to do. I wanted to make this this height, all right, because I want to put Hobby Zone organizers in here. So I measured the height of stacking up 2 Hobby Zone organizers, the 3-drawer organizer. I want to stack 2 of those. I'll tell you what, let's go over to the other workbench and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Hang on. So here's the assembly bench. So I have 2 of these coming. All right. This is the 3 drawer hobby zone, and it tilts. You see that? All right. So I got 2 of these coming, and I'm going to stack them one on top of the other. So that's why I wanted that shelving area to be so high, so it will accommodate stacking 2 of these one on top of the other. And the other one that's coming is this one, okay? And that will hold all of my Q-tips and toothpicks and all that sort of stuff. And I got 2 of these also, so that, again, they will be stacked one on top of the other. And that's the reason why I needed to have that specific height for those shelves, okay? And here we go. We've got our Chrysler 300 still sitting there, and I've got the dash. I'm working on that, and here is the engine. Okay, I decided to make the covers the same color as the body, but this has to all be polished up and, you know, work in progress. So let's go back over to the workbench. Now, look, I want to show you this, okay? You see this area right here? All right. Now, I had hospital tables in there. You know, the type of hospital tables where, you know, they come in and they fit over the bed and they can go up and down. Well, I had 2 of these right here. All right. And I had just, basically, it was a receptacle for junk. The only thing that was really on there that I needed was these 2 things right here. Okay. This organizer. Okay. And this one for my markers. And again, that's the reason why I needed these shelves to be built up high, so I could fit these 2 underneath the shelves. So having gotten these 2 items off of these hospital tables that were sitting here, the rest of the stuff that was on here was just, like I said, it was really just junk. It was nothing more than a receptacle to pile up junk. So that allowed me, once I got these 2 things fitted under here, that allowed me to completely get rid of this. And now look at all this room. Look, I can walk right over to the assembly bench now without having to go around, all right, because these things stuck out. See if I can do this so you can understand, all right? There's the bench, and these things stuck out to like here. So when you were walking from the assembly bench over to the paint bench, you had to kind of like walk around and squeeze around them. So that allowed me to open up this entire space. And as I told you, you hear the gremlins down here all the time. And this is the workbench for my grandchildren. And it was tough for them because they would sit here, okay, and they would pull this out, and they could only pull it out just so far because those hospital tables were sticking out. So now they have a lot more room as well. So got the workshop kind of, you know, getting it cleaned up a little bit. This one's still a mess. All right, you know, here's my Peterbilt wrecker still sitting in the parts organizer that I keep talking about. So after I get done with the Chrysler 300, which is here, okay, and after I get finished with this, then I will finally be able to get over to this Peterbilt wrecker. And yeah, everything is painted. This is what this Peterbilt wrecker is going to look like. I'm going with a turquoise and white color. I think that's going to look great. So, but you know, it's been sitting here for a while. So, you know, it's all dusty and, you know, it's going to have to be cleaned up, but it's all painted and ready for assembly. So, you know, I still have to organize this whole thing. It's a mess. And I got another mess right over here. Okay. Here's the dehydrator, and the ultrasonic cleaner is buried underneath stuff. And yeah, here's where I've got all my spoons and so forth. And I got packages of spoons back here. And yeah, so this is a mess. I don't use my paint can, my rattle cans too much anymore. I do use the Mr. Surfacer primer quite a lot, and I've got some Mr. Surfacer primer in black over there, and here's a lot of my other rattle cans right down there, but again, I don't really use them too often. And right up here is my paint booth. This is for my cleaning station for my 3D printer, which is still sitting here. One of these days I'll get around to figuring out how to work this thing. Actually, if you can really see, I've got two of them. I've got this one. This is an Illigu Mars, and this one is a, what is this? I forgot what this thing is. Creality. It's a Creality. Yeah, I got my resin sitting right up there, and it's a, I have to figure out how to work this thing. This is actually not that difficult to work. Okay, the problem is on the computer end of things. I can't figure out how to do the computer part of things. So I haven't really gotten a lot of work done on the Chrysler 300. I did get a little bit of work done here on the, is that focusing? Can you see that? I did get a little bit of work done on the door panels the other day. I got the window cranks all done. That's done, actually, that's bare metal foil that I did that in. All right, so those are the door panels. But other than that, I really haven't had much time to do much of anything. Here's all my stuff. I think I've mentioned in the past, I like to put sub-assemblies into their own individual containers. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's what I like to do. There's my bare metal foil. Oh, here's my other kit. Here's my other kit. And I blamed my friend John Pilger for the Porsche, so I'm going to blame Jason up at Blue Ox for this one, because he showed this on his channel, and he was showing this with two others, and he was asking everybody for their opinion as to which kit he should build. I think it was for a group build. I think it was for the 48-hour group build, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not messing that up. Anyway, so I shot a message and I voted for this, and I just thought this was so cool that I had to go out and get one for myself. So, Jason, this is your fault, okay, that I had to get this. And Amazon, look at what they did. They put the sticker on the front here and ruin the box art. I don't know. I guess I'm weird. I like to keep my boxes. I like to collect them. So I hate it when I see something like this. So Amazon, messed up the box on this one. So anyway, this will go into my stash, and I will get to this eventually. So anyway, this is what's been taking up my time, and but I was able to get this to be in the length that I needed it, and this one coming off, making it kind of like an L, and to try to find this in the exact dimensions in an L shape, and then in the height that I wanted it. Yeah, it was tough to do that. So as I said, I just finally went to Normland, got the wood and so forth, and I just made the damn thing myself, and I think it came out okay. So I'm actually thinking of doing the same thing over here at the assembly bench. Now I've got this, I also made this, but this I did a really sloppy job. This is just particle board. I literally slapped this thing together with some wood screws in about 5 minutes, so it's kind of flimsy. So I may redo this the same way I did the shelves over at the paint bench, and I'll actually extend it. Okay, and this is still a little bit of a mess. Okay, here's my work area, and then to the immediate right, yeah, that's kind of a mess. So I have to clean that up, and then I might extend those shelves to go this way, and I don't know, maybe I'll have them come out this way too. I don't know, I'll have to chew on that and see. So that's where we're at. And oh, by the way, I was moaning and groaning. Let me get up here. Okay, I was kind of moaning and groaning that I keep dropping little pieces, and somebody sent me a message and said, hey, why don't you get the locking, tweezers? And you know what? I've got them. I had them and I forgot about them, actually. And whoever sent me that message, thank you very much for mentioning that, because it made me remember that I actually do have these. I also found these things too. I forgot about these things. So I'm finding all kinds of good stuff as I'm cleaning up down here. And oh, look at this. Okay, remember I was complaining about this hood? Okay, and how I got that schmutz area on it? Okay, yeah, so under this light, you can really kind of see just how terrible that is. All right, and I sanded this thing down, I think 3 times, right down to bare plastic. I cannot get this out. So I said I was going to order another hood, and yay, the other hood finally came in. All right, now that schmutz area, I think, might actually have been my fault, and I'll tell you why. I've mentioned before that I always put my parts into a bath of water and Dawn dishwashing solution, and I let it soak for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I take a toothbrush with that same solution, and I will scrub things like, the body and the hood. All right, I'll do the what is this, dashboard? Okay, Papa's having a brain freeze moment. Little things like, for example, let me find something little here. There must be something little in here, right? I don't know. I can't find anything little. Oh, here we go. Okay, something little like this. Okay, I won't scrub those with a toothbrush. All right, those are the shocks, and yeah, I mean, I'll soak them in the Dawn in water, but I won't scrub that with a toothbrush, for example. So anyway, that's kind of what has been going on around here. So I'll tell you what, let's go back inside to end this up. Okay, gang. Yeah, I think we're going to end this video up. And oh, by the way, before we go, you know what? I'm wearing my Papa shirt today. See that? All right. I got all the gremlins down here, and that's how I became Papa. That's what they call me. They call me Papa. So, and also, you know what I just got? I just got this. This is pretty cool. Now, my grandchildren, I have 3 grandchildren, all right? Liam, Noah, and Adam, okay? And look at what I just got. Can you see that okay? All right. And here's their names right down here. I got all 3 of them right there. Isn't that great? So I thought that was pretty cool. I thought I'd share that with you. Oh, here's something else I just got. I don't know how it works yet. You know how good I am with technology. I still haven't learned how to edit. That's why you get to see all my boo-boos in live and living color. So anyway, but I got this. This is a different kind of a camera mount. And supposedly, this thing, it's kind of autonomous. It'll follow you around. Okay, so I can wander around and it follows you. See, it has this thing in the back here which shows you, okay, how it'll track you and follow you around. So I've got to find somebody, a kid or a grandchild, someone. They know how to do this. My grandson, Adam, he's 7 years old. Kid could work for NASA. So I got to find somebody to help me with this. So that just arrived, just literally a couple of days ago. Hey, you know what? I finally got over 400 subscribers. That was just about 2 weeks ago. You know what? In that 2-week period, I'm just a little under 500 already. So I've gotten a lot of subscriptions just in that 2-week period. I don't know, maybe it was 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm just below 500. So help me get over 500. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this on Facebook, go over to YouTube and go to Papa's Model Workshop and hit the subscribe button. Okay, and that'll really help me out. It'll keep the channel moving. If you want a shop card, there's my email address right there. Okay, is that in focus? I think it's in focus. Okay. Dogs are going up upstairs because if you've been watching, you know that the contractors have been here for the last, I don't know, they've been here forever. So, you know, if you're a content creator and you want to swap shop cards, there's my mailing address right there. Okay, is that coming out in the light here? Okay, I think you can see that okay. I have the light on the camera mount off today because what happens is when I hold up, you know, something like this, or I held up the model kits before, and you get a terrible glare. So I think it works better with that light on the camera mount being off. But of course, the trade-off is sometimes I'll hold up something that's a little bit dark. So I don't know. I still have to find a happy medium for all of this. And yeah, if the channel continues to grow, then yeah, I might even invest in some a little bit better equipment and so forth. So we'll see how all of that goes. So as usual, thank you for tuning in, and I'll try to get 2 videos out next week. But you can see I was real busy in the workshop there for a little bit of time, and I will be able to hopefully get back to my Chrysler 300, which I really, again, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, haven't gotten much work done on this past week, except for a little bit of bare metal foil on those window cranks. And by the way, you know what? I'm thinking about maybe doing the trim of that car in the Hasegawa mirror trim. I've never used that before. And I'll be honest with you, I've heard that it's a little cranky to use. And what I mean by that is it's a little bit thicker. So when you go in to trim it with your X-Acto knife, you have to press just a little bit more to trim it. And I'm afraid of, you know, marring up my paint. So I don't know. I'm going to think about that. The bare metal foil, I'm pretty comfortable with. I know a lot of people don't like to use it. I can't tell you that I'm a master with it, but I am comfortable enough with it where I'll grab it without a whole lot of reservation. But this other Hasegawa, if my understanding is correct, it's a little bit more difficult to use. But I suppose I'm never going to know if I don't try it. I have used the Ammo by MiG aluminum sheets. That's their version of bare metal foil. And yeah, that was a little bit tougher to use, again, because it was thick and you have to press harder with the X-Acto knife. And, you know, my understanding is the Hasegawa mirror finish is the same. So, you know, I guess I'll have to try to play with that and try it for myself. Things you hear through the grapevine aren't always accurate. So I will play with that, and I will let you know what I think about that. So until the next time, again, thanks a lot for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.